Inner Violent Nature is a movie that I had been very interested in watching. I've heard a lot of things, both positive and negative, about this movie, so I was ready to watch it and see what I thought about Inner Violent Nature. Inner Violent Nature basically follows this rotting corpse that has been hidden for years, that suddenly gets released unknowingly and decides to start wreaking havoc on anyone that it sees. Inner Violent Nature is a very slow movie at first, and it's meant to be that way, but it just felt a little too slow for me at times because we're following this thing's footsteps, literally. We're watching him walk where he's going, we're watching him stalk his prey, we're watching it from his point of view, basically. So it is a slow journey to get to the craziness. But I will say that once it gets to the part where people start to be unalived, it is kind of crazy. And you can see in the top here, it says the gnarliest I've ever seen. And that is so true. I had heard that the deaths in this movie were insane, and they are. At one point, my mouth dropped and it stayed that way for a good 2 minutes because I was like, what is happening? So if you have a squeamish stomach, make sure you're careful with this movie because it could definitely get you. Maybe be prepared to look away, but it's definitely some of the most creative deaths I've ever seen in my life, and they take their time on them at times. It's also the a lot of people aren't a fan of the ending. Don't worry, no spoilers, but it didn't bother me. I liked how it ended. And so overall, I actually enjoyed this movie. I don't know if it's a movie that I would necessarily need to watch over and over again by any means, but it was creative and they definitely took their time with this movie. And I overall just I enjoyed the creativity and the way they did it. So I would say see In a Violent Nature, but I do know there's a lot of people out there that did not like this movie because it was too slow, because there's just not a lot happening, and because of the ending. But I say see it for yourself and make your own decisions like I did, because ultimately I did enjoy it. Now, if you are wanting to check this out, this does say AMC Plus, but it is not there yet. It is only there with the trailer currently. So it does not go to AMC Plus slash Shutter until September 13th. But otherwise, if you can't wait till then, you are able to either rent or purchase it online at any of your typical locations. I was able to watch it on Fandango at home thanks to a fantastic friend. So I appreciated getting to finally watch this movie. As far as the ratings go, the critics have this at a 78%, but the audience has this at a 44%. Like I said, it's very hit or miss for people. They don't enjoy the pace, they don't enjoy the ending, and it's just a lot of, you know, gore in the middle. So I can see why the score is where it's at, but for me, I enjoyed it. So have you seen In a Violent Nature? Did you like it? Did you not? What are your thoughts? Let me know.